Hey guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Now let's delve deeper into cPanel. Let's delve deeper. Okay, now for me to practicalize this Namecheap SSL, select PHP version, so Staculus app installer to you. I need to skip this step and then I want to create a subdomain. You remember what I said the subdomain is? If you have forgotten, probably you didn't watch the previous videos. Okay, let's create a subdomain. If you want to create a subdomain, this is right. This domain name, the domain you have here covers everything you have on this particular hosting account. Then to be, we have one that's primary domain name, which is the domain name you used while you are purchasing the hosting account. Excuse me, the domain name you connected to that particular hosting account. You can see this main domain name, right? Then this domain page, you just list all the domain name you have on that particular account. All right, let's go back. Okay, and then the add-on domains are the extra domain you added. For this particular plan, for this particular shared hosting plan, you can only add 2 domain names, 2 extra domain names. You can see the notification here. It looks like you reached the maximum number of domain names under your current plan, which is 2. And you can remove unwanted name, or you can submit a ticket, but you can't have more than 2. That's what comes with the plan. Now, when you want to have subdomain is something like blog.example.com, courses.example.com. Now let's create a simple subdomain so I can practicalize some of the things to you. Now I want to create a subdomain for fellownotices.com. Now you can create it for itsloaded.com. You can create it for princewayagero.com. And you can see that there are 2 subdomains here. It's loaded.fellownotices.com. The reason is fellownotices.com is the main domain name. And that's why you have it like that. And princewayagero.com.fellownotices.com. princewayagero.fellownotices.com because fellownotices.com is the domain, and any extra domains you're adding, we take off the subdomain. Now let's create a let's see the subdomains we have. Okay, let's create a blog dot let's call it courses. Let's make it academy. Just put it like that, and you are attaching it to this particular domain, which is the fellownotices.com. Now just click outside the air. This document root will be propagated immediately. Then you can click on create. Okay. Okay, so there's a problem creating a subdomain. Okay, probably already have a domain name like that, or did I click it twice? Okay, I clicked it twice. All right, this is the domain name now. This is the subdomain academy.fellownotices.com. That's what we're going to use to walk you through the examples and the things you're going to do in the cPanel. Here you can redirect. When you are redirecting, like you want to redirect this academy.fellownotices.com to another website. You can do that here. Okay, so let's get started. And when you add a domain name, or when you create a subdomain like that, the first thing you need to do before installation of WordPress is the Namecheap SSL. You only have free Namecheap SSL for new domain names you are adding to your web hosting account. Free for new domain, either the add-on domain or subdomain name. You always have free, right? Now, when you have it here, you can see that, right? All you have to do is click on install. If you don't have anything here, you don't have any domain name ready for installation, you click on install. The only time you can have anything, any SSL certificate ready for installation is if you buy the domain, if you buy the SSL certificate, sorry, if you buy the SSL certificate from your Namecheap store, then you have the positive SSL here. So from here, you can click on install. So when you click on install, you then go to this next section. Or if you are adding a new domain name from your cPanel, either subdomain or add-on domain, you come to install via Namecheap. And then you may be prompted to sync your cPanel with your Namecheap account, right? Just sync it, like you need to connect the cPanel and Namecheap account together. This has already been done, that's why I will not need to do that again. Okay, I can say please allow up to 25 minutes for SSL certification and installation. And it says I've used 8 out of 50 free SSL certificates that I can have under my account, right? Okay, you can see the academy, the fellownoises.com here is in progress. And now there's a simple trick you can do. First, you need to uncheck this pending. You want to make it active. Then you need to uncheck this. Where sometimes it takes some time, it may take some minutes, and sometimes it may not activate at all. So you may need to contact Namecheap support to let them know that you're trying to activate an SSL certificate for a particular domain in your cPanel and it's not coming up. So you turn it on again. You turn this on again. Then you sync. But it will not be done immediately. You may have to wait for some minutes for the changes to propagate. If after waiting for more than 30 minutes is not done, then you can go ahead to contact Namecheap support. All right, but for now, we're gonna leave this section and come back to see what is done, to see if it is ready. Now, the reason why we are doing this is you need to make sure to be on a safer side, make sure the SSL certificate is activated before you install WordPress on that particular domain name. Then the other thing you can do here, apart from this Softaculous app installer, is you can select your PHP version. Don't forget, PHP is a server-side programming language that powers WordPress. If you want to delve deeper into WordPress, like you want to become a WordPress developer, you need to take some courses. You need to know a lot about PHP. When you know a lot about PHP, you can become a WordPress developer. And means you can do anything, you can make any changes, at all when you know PHP. Okay, this is where you select the PHP version. Then when you click the current year, you just scroll down. Then you can you can upgrade, you can downgrade. And if it were to be a business plan or a plan higher than this, you may have options of selecting PHP version for each domain, for different domain names. But this will cover all the domain names you have in the particular panel because we are using the starter shared hosting account. And this, when you are selecting the current PHP version as it covers all the domain names or the subdomains you have. Then if you notice any notification inside your WordPress dashboard, which we will do in the coming lessons, and maybe you are asked to check something or you are asked to check something, probably the iMagick. Where is the letter I? Where is the letter I? Probably the iMagick to make your image right. This okay. Just come. Take note of the name of that particular thing you want to check. You check it. It is to be done automatically. Okay, to be done automatically. So that's how you can select your PHP version. You can upgrade or you can downgrade. But it's best if you upgrade. And then if you notice, you're having unusual effect, an unusual side effect, or unusual changes in your WordPress dashboard or your website. If you are trying to troubleshoot what's probably happening, all you have to do is you just can try and downgrade your PHP version to see if that issue will be resolved, or you can also try and upgrade to see if it will be resolved. So that's just it about the PHP version. So let's see now if the SSL certificate is installed and active. So let's see if it's activated. It's not yet activated. Let's sync it again. I'm sure you understand what I mean now. So next time, if you are doing this, you probably will not be working with cPanel right away. You're gonna be using local by flywheel to practicalize to create demo WordPress account where you can practice everything we're going to go through in this course. And you can see now it is active. Now that it is active, you can go to the next step, right? And there are more than three, there are three ways you can do that. Yeah, you can go through the Substack app installer, or you can go through this software pack. You can go through WordPress Manager by Substack. Okay, whichever way you're still going to land on the same page. Now, when you click on the Substack app installer, you can see number of scripts you can install in your cPanel. But mind you, we are focusing on WordPress. Okay, we're focusing on WordPress. So this WordPress can go to overview. Okay, you can go to WordPress overview. And click on overview, brings you to this page. I see the previous installation I've done. If I forgot my password now, I can log in as an admin here into my WordPress dashboard, or I can just try and reset my password. Okay, now if you want to install, you can just click on install now. When you click on install now, it brings you to a page like this. Then you select the domain name you want to install, which is Academy. And then you can see that because I have activated the SSL, I'll now be able to use the HTTPS. Okay, please can do it like this. Can make the protocol like this. Okay, if I have not activated the SSL, you see notification here that says SSL is not activated. When it's done, you can see the current WordPress version. We will usually going to have the current version. Okay, now you can fill in these details. Before we do that, I want to show you another step, another method of installing WordPress on your domain name. Now you go to the software here. Okay, this WordPress app installer here too. You can click on it. You have the one here. Have the WordPress app installer here. Anyone or this one or the last one below. Now if you click on this, you are connecting directly to the WordPress, so you can install WordPress directly here. Now let's install WordPress on the academy.fellownotes.com. In the local butterfly, you don't need to go through the steps like this. But if you want to make it a live website, you need to get a domain name hosting account for you to be able to do it like this. All right. And the local butterfly is for you to practicalize, for you to get your hands dirty as a website designer. When you get your hands dirty, you can even create client websites on your local butterfly way and then export it to the main domain name. Okay. Now when you set it up like this, the particular domain you want to install WordPress on, the current version of the WordPress. And now your site name, I can call it Fellow Nurses Academy. You can change this one later in your WordPress dashboard. Or let's just see what's up here. The site description, I say align. Let me see, online academy for African nurses. Forget about this enable multi-sites. You are not using multi-sites for now. Leave it like this and leave the disable WordPress Chrome as it is. Now you can then choose your username. You need to take note of this. Probably need to write it down. So let's say FNA Academy. Need to take note of it, and then your password must be strong, at least 80 over 100. Okay, let's call it Skipo at FNA $001. Okay, when you do it like that, then miss a step. You might have created a custom email address for it for the admin, or you can do that here too. Let's call it, you're not creating the email here, but you are using the email which will be created later. Okay, people at FNA. Okay, now I do it like that. Or you can also use your Gmail. You can use any active email address, which you'll be able to change later in your WordPress dashboard. When you do that, language is English. Okay, backup. And these are some plugins. The plugins recommended by Namecheap. You can select, and you may choose not to. You can have your own particular number of plugins you use for your WordPress website. Then on the advanced section, what you have to do here, you can disable update notification email. Then if you want to auto upgrade your WordPress, you want to auto upgrade your WordPress version, your theme, then your plugins, you can do that here. You can upgrade to the latest version. Then backup, you can back up maybe once a month, and you can leave it as the default backup location. You can make it a local folder. Okay, now you need to select a theme. This one is not loaded fully. Now you need to select one theme. Okay, you can select 2020 theme. Then you click on select theme here. Yes. Then when you do that, you need to provide the email address. You can be that particular email you use up here or this. Now when you do this, the installation information will be sent to that particular email. Then all you have to do is just click on install. And sometimes may give you error. And when you see that kind of error again, you just have to go through the steps again. Right? Probably you've installed something similar to this particular domain name, or probably because of the network. Okay, now that it is installed, let's view and then view the can view the site here, and then you can view the can view the dashboard. This is site now. This is how it will look. This is how it will look, and then this is how the dashboard looks. This is how your dashboard looks. You can see now. So when we leave these in coming videos, in the coming lessons, we're gonna be dealing fully. Gonna be talking, gonna be discussing about the WordPress dashboard. Okay, and then let's go back. That's how to install WordPress on your domain name. Okay. Now if I return to overview of my WordPress, this when you scroll down, you can see that you can see recently installed. You can see my site now. You can see the site available now. So that's simply how you can install WordPress. That's simply how you can. Okay, that's simply how you can. Now I'm going to delete it because I don't need it. Now to remove completely, I don't need it. Okay, that's how you can install WordPress. But you probably need this video later because we'll be using Looking by Flywheel to create WordPress site sample. You probably need this video when you want to start going live, or when you feel like okay, you are buoyant enough to start practicing with live website so that your friends across the globe can see what you are building. Okay. All right. What else do you need here? You can excuse me. Excuse me. Then you can contact support if you face an issue. All right. Files. In your files, you can go to your file manager here, just like you have your memory card, your file explorer, in your system. You can go to your file manager here. You can see the disk usage, Git version control, but we're not using Git for WordPress yet. We're using it for now. When you go to your file manager, excuse me, this is what you have in your file manager. This is what you have. Okay, you can have the home, the domain name, a particular domain, the excluded domain name, from that which is empty, and this. So this is your file manager. Probably you are doing something and you're recommended to maybe delete a file. You usually need this if, for example, you are on Loaded and it happens that you are not able to access your WordPress dashboard. Okay, when you're not able to access your WordPress dashboard, you will always be able to access cPanel account. Now, when you go to cPanel, you can come to the file manager. Then, if you want to delete, maybe you want to delete some plugins to troubleshoot, because plugins can be the reason why you're unable to log in. You want to troubleshoot by deleting some plugins now, and just come to that particular domain name. Then you click on WP contents, then plugins. Now you can choose to delete, maybe it's the classic editor that is causing the issue. You can choose to delete one by one to troubleshoot that particular plugin that is making you unable to access your WordPress dashboard, right? Then you can also install plugins, you can install theme right from your cPanel here. Okay, so those are the things we do. Like here now, I can upload the theme here and it will be under this. Okay, to be under this. Now let's see. So the theme I have here. So you can do some things here, but we're not going to delve deeper into it yet. We're not going to delve deeper into it yet. So maybe when it comes to the lesson where we're talking about troubleshooting errors in your WordPress site, then we can, can talk about it. All right, right. Okay. That's about file manager. Then you can check your disk usage, which you also have at the right hand side there. You can check the disk usage of each site. Okay. And then you can see the backup and the backup wizard. And download your full backup. Okay. Maybe okay, I feel like downloading full backup of a particular website. You can do that here to be downloaded and you have it ready on your cPanel. You can also have it offline. Okay. So if it happens that your hosting expires, when your hosting expires, you probably lose your content on the website. But if your domain has not expired, it's best if your domain is still active than when your hosting expires. And the reason is when your hosting expires and your domain is active, you have your domain name. You can buy hosting account anytime and you can renew your hosting account anytime. But if your domain name expires and you refuse to renew it, maybe in the next 30, 60 days after, by the next 100 days after, you may not be able to, something you would have spent maybe $15 to renew. When it's more than 3 months, maybe then looking around $100, $120 to renew. So it's best you keep your domain name active, renewed, whether you are using it. The moment you buy it, make sure it is renewed, because if you don't, when you lose that domain, you may not be able to use it again, or you may have to spend times 10 or what you should have spent in the renewal. Okay, let's quickly create email accounts. You can see create a autoresponder, probably send us to responder email sent to your email address before. You can do that here. And when you want to create email accounts, when you click on email accounts there, brings you to this page. Now let's say I want to create dapo@fellownosis.com. I have 30 free email accounts I can create for this particular shared hosting plan. Okay, then I've used 2020 is available. Now let me just create one. You need to select the domain name you want to create it for. Okay, you select domain name like this. I selected fellownurses.com. Okay, I want to make it Dapo dot Bembe. And leave it like that. It will be dapo.bembe at fellownurses.com. Then I can set my password. Okay, let me set a password. Okay, okay, set my password now. I'm just showing you how you can create custom email address now. You set your password now. Okay, you can click on edit settings. Now you need to allocate a storage space for me. If I'm the okay, I don't want you to be able to use more than 10 gig. Okay, or if it's the main email account for the organization, I can make it unlimited. Okay, now when you do that, just click on create. When you click on create, you see as part of your email account. And that's simply how you create business email account. You need to have the hosting account ready and domain name you want to create that email account on. When you do that, you just go through the steps you just went through and you create the custom email account. That's simply how you can check the email directly from here. You can see how you can connect to your maybe to your Gmail app, to your Outlook app, and to other email account applications you can. And probably one of these, which is called Mozilla Thunderbird. You can use Mozilla Thunderbird app on your system to access your Gmail, to access your business email account. So that's simply how you create the email accounts. Okay, let's see how you can do email to responder. Don't worry, you're not going to be doing this right away. Make sure you know it. So when it comes to the time that you want to go live, or you may be buoyant enough to have like when you have like $50 or less, you can get your hosting account and domain name. So just practice, go live, share your website with your friends so they can, okay, I like it. Can you change the color of this? By doing that, you get better. Okay, you can add autoresponder here for all domain, right? You can add autoresponder, you can see the hours, character sachet, make it the UTF-8 interval, maybe 1 hour interval, email address, domain name. You can change domain name here. You can say from fellownurses.africa.com. Maybe okay, welcome or thank you for contacting us, something like that. Then you can just have the image, the body of the email here. You can thanks for contacting us, blah 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 blah. We receive your email. We'll be in touch in the next 24 hours. If you are not blah blah blah, you can call this number, you can contact this person on WhatsApp, something like that, and then you can click on create. It's as simple as that. That's how you just create to respond for that particular domain. And whenever anyone sends email across to you, the person gets that autoresponder after maybe 1 hour or 2 hours, depending on how you specified it. Right? So okay. Okay, you can tell your default address, mailing list, and oh, you can play around, but you can't play around yet until you have your hosting accounts. But don't worry about that. Yeah, you're not going to be doing this. It's pretty advanced for, okay, we've done to the I've done domains, domain names, subdomain, redirect. If you want to go from one, if you are redirecting a particular domain name to another, permanent, when something is permanent, it's permanent, temporary, okay, and can do this. So like this, redirecting these to maybe this particular domain, let's say kittyloaded.com to fellowmasses.com, asking me to start with. You can direct only with this or without this. White card means when you use the white card to direct, means when you have something like about here, it will also be redirected to fellowmasses.com/about page. That's what white card means. Okay, and just click on redirect, but I don't want to redirect here. That's how you do domain name redirection. Okay, and when while you are trying to do something and you need to check your, maybe you need to update your IP address, your into update IP address, state address, which you'll be doing together in the course of this training. You'll be doing that in your DNA zone editor here. Zone editor. When you click on zone editor, you will see a page like this. Then you can select a particular domain name. Okay, for this loaded, let me just click on manage. Manage can that these are the things you can add. You can add a record, CNAME record, MX record, SRV record, and TST record. Depending on the record you want to add, you can just do that here. Okay, let's say I want to add TST record. I see just add record here. Then I change the type to TST. Then paste whatever you want to paste here. Add whatever you want to add. Probably loaded.com because we are working on loaded.com. Here, add it and then save record. So it will take some time for the changes to propagate. That's simply how you can do it. Okay. And let's assume you want to add a record, do it like that. You add the IP address here and domain name like this, loaded.com here, and you click on save record. Right? You'll be doing this later in the course of the training. You can't escape it. Instead of using plugins for some things, you can just come into your cPanel because you know how. Come to your cPanel, make the changes you want to make and save. That's all. Right? What else? What else do you need to know as a website designer? Okay, you can SSL certificate here. You already have it. You can do it in the Namecheap SSL certificate. The exclusive section that we did earlier. Okay, you can outlink protection and leash protection. It's important here. You can enable outlink protection for the domain name. Okay, outlink protection, just protecting your site from being linked to from other websites. your images, because I can I can I can build a whole website using all your images without me downloading the images myself. I just link to your images, and then it may be eaten to your websites or hosting processes. Okay, maybe eating to your hosting processes, which will not sound cool and which will not be cool on your part. Also, leash protection, just like you're protecting user information in particular, you to prevent user from giving out or publicly posting their password to a restricted area on your website, and do it via the leash protection, and do it on the HTML, FTP, or HTML, public HTML or public STP. Yeah, right? Just click on it. You can also do it by domain names. Okay, let's do it for squeeze pin. Let's do it for this. Okay, let's say set up page protection, number of login per user allowed in a period of 2 hours. Right? If you are having a website where people need to log in and you don't want them to log in maybe more than four in a period of 2 hours, put it here, and where you can also redirect them if they exceed that 2 hours. Probably you have a page to notify them for that, then email alerts, and if you want to disable compromised accounts, and then enable, you can disable. All right, when you do that, you enable and disable here. So as simple as that. Okay, whereas more security will be under control of the nameship support engineer. So if you're having an issue where you need to contact nameship engineer for this is when you're working on your WordPress dashboard, you're trying to save something and it's redirecting you to error 44 page, that page not found. You probably need to whitelist your mode security and then just connect to the nameship live chat, let them know the errors you are facing, and let them know you need to whitelist your mode security. Okay, okay, you've done this. You can also optimize your website. You can do to optimization here. You can just compress all contents. Compress all contents. Then click on update settings. That's what you need to do in that particular area. That's what you need to do there. Then advanced, you can check for error pages. You can see you can scan your site for viruses. And that's it about that's it. You can change language, change style, contact information, your user manager, password, and security for your cPanel. That depends on how you want to do it yourself, right? So that's simply the things you need to do, and things you need to know as a website designer on your cPanel. What you'll be doing on your cPanel as a website designer. You need to know how to create custom email address, which you know, how to activate your Namecheap SSL certificate, how to install WordPress.org on any domain name, either subdomain or head of domain or your main domain in your cPanel. How you can also get file or find files in your file manager. How you can do some stuff in your zone editor. Probably have to go through this later in the training. If you have any question, can do a live video with you to go through it together. So that's it, guys. That's what you probably need to know about cPanel for now. So the coming video, we're not going to be touching cPanel. We're going to be diving deep into creating sites on Local by Flywheel and then moving to WordPress dashboard, which will be their main area of focus, because WordPress dashboard is where you go through your website settings, your website appearance, your page, your WordPress page builder. You can create your own custom design with using page builder. You can install already made theme to your WordPress and just edit the theme to match the content of the website you are creating. So between the coming videos will be between local by flywheel and then WordPress dashboard. So I hope to see you in the next video. Please get ready for me, and I would love to always receive your question and get back to you as soon as possible. Right? Take care. Bye bye. And I'll see you in the next lesson.